Hello, hello, yogis. Welcome to our Monday energy practice, our Vinyasa flow for this week. My name is Jill Enticknap, and I am the owner and lead trainer at Yogi Institute. And I'm super happy to be here with you this morning to share some Vinyasa with you. So with our Vinyasa practice, we move breath to movement. And this month we are focused on balance and looking at what balance means to us in our lives, looking at how balance occurs in the body, what it looks like in the body, what it feels like in the body, and how we can use balance to more deeply understand what's going on in our lives. So if we are off balance on the right side or the left side, that might be an indicator or some wisdom as to where we're unbalanced in our life. So I want you to, at the end of class, I'll talk a little bit more about which side and what side signifies what. But as you move through today's practice, I really invite you to become hyper aware of which side feels balanced. Maybe both sides feel balanced, or if there's one side that feels a little bit less stable than the other, or maybe a lot more unstable. So just let this practice bring wisdom and awareness to what's going on inside of you. Let's start with the balanced breath. So let's bring one hand onto our heart, one hand onto our belly, close down the eyes, and get nice and tall from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Let's take a big breath in and count out your breath in your mind's eye. And on your exhale, exhale for the same count through the nose. Inhale. Notice how much air you can take in. Count out that inhale. Exhale through the nose for the same count. And again, big breath in, count it out. Full breath out, count out the same amount, balancing out the breath. Let's take two more of these balanced breaths. Let's activate the Ujjayi breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. You can gently press your tongue against the roof of your mouth to create some restriction in the back of your throat. If you can hear yourself breathing, that's perfect. That is the Ujjayi breath. And inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, palms come through heart center. Tuck your chin to your chest, round through your spine. And then inhale, lift the arms back up overhead, straighten through the spine. Exhale, palms come to the chest, round through the spine, tuck the chin to chest. Inhale, arms come back up overhead. One more. Exhale, palms come through heart center, tuck the chin to chest. Inhale, arms come back up overhead. Exhale, bend to the right, right hand down, left hand reaches. Maybe you open your gaze to the ceiling and really sink that left hip down. Inhale through center. Exhale, left hand down, right hand reaches. Lift your gaze, lengthen from the hip through the fingertips. Inhale through center. Let's bring our hands down onto our knees and inhale, bring the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine back. Inhale, bring the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine back. Keeping your breath connected to your movement. Notice where and how you feel this movement in your body. And let's change direction. Keeping the breath the same. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you round back. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you round back. And bring yourself through center. Inhale the shoulders to the ears and exhale, roll them down the back. Pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, round it back. Pull the shoulder blades together. 2 more. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, round it back. Pull the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms back up overhead. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Left hand, right knee, right hand behind you. Gaze behind you. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Gaze behind you. Stay nice and tall. Inhale through center. Exhale, palms through, heart center. Clasp the hands together. Let's roll out the wrists. Inhale, open the palms up to the ceiling, and exhale, let's bend back over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, back over to the left. Inhale through center. Bring your arms back. Open through your chest. Lift through your chin. Exhale, press back. Press the palms forward. Inhale, back up. Unravel the palms. Come through heart center. Clasp the hands together. And let's roll out the wrists. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shift yourself forward, coming into your tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. See if you can create a nice flat back, nice and stable. So for me, it feels quite natural to arch the spine, the lower lumbar down. So I'm going to tuck the tailbone under and create some activation through the core. Press through the palms, press the fingertips into the mat. And release. And then press the toes into the floor, press the hips back to the heels, open up through the feet, come back forward, let the shoelace side of the feet come down, press the fingers into the mat. Press the toes, sink the hips back, open up through the arches. One more time, sink forward, let the shoelace side of the feet come down, press the fingers in, press the toes down, sink the hips back, and come back to neutral. Let's ground down into our left hand, extend our right leg out behind us, and reach our right hand overhead. Press through your palm. Now let's see if we can lift that leg, flex the toes forward, press the heel back, lift your gaze. We'll come back to this standing later. So we're already starting to really work our balance. Let's switch to the other side. Plant the right hand down, plant the right knee down. Roll open to the left. Start with the foot down on the floor, ground down into the palm, active through the core, lift your gaze, and then let's lift that leg. Press the heel back, flex the toes forward. Forward to the left side. And then let's plant that hand down, bring the knee back down. Come into some cat-cows. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale, cow pose, round the spine, head hangs heavy. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Let's come into our bird dog, coming to neutral. Extend the left hand forward, right leg back, continuing to work out that balance, lengthening from the heel through the fingertips. Let's inhale, extend. Exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. 2 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Get nice and long. And let's switch it out. Extend the right hand forward, the left leg back. Get stable here. Active through the core. Squeeze the belly button to the spine. And then inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. 2 more. Last one. Extend long. And release it down. Let's bring some movement into the hips, shifting the hips from side to side. And bring the the edges of the feet together, toes together, knees wide. And we're going to sink our hips back between our thighs and then bring our body forward over our arms. Sink back, come forward. Sink back, come forward. One more, sink back, come forward. Come to neutral, draw the knees all the way together. Walk the hands a handprint forward. Flip the toes, press into your high plank. Pressing through your palms, core is engaged. Press the mat away. Tuck the tailbone under. And then we're going to press up and back into our downward facing dog. Let the heels come down onto the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Sink the chest to the thighs. Sink back forward into your high plank. Zip those legs up nice and tight together. Press through the palms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up and back into your downward facing dog. Sink the heels down. Press the chest to the thighs. One more time. Sink forward, high plank. Press the mat away. Squeeze the belly button to the core, to the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow and controlled, lower down, chaturanga, squeezing the elbows in, unflip the toes, press through the palms, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, rise into your mountain pose. So we're going to come through a balancing series. So I invite you to step to the back of your mat, and we're going to start maybe the mid part of your mat. We're going to start by grounding down into the left foot and hovering the right heel. Press the toes into the floor. I really encourage you to focus on your breath and focus your gaze on something not moving. So maybe that is a little nail mark in the wall, or maybe that is something on the roof. But focus your gaze on something not moving. Keep your toes flexed to your face. You can have your hands active down by your side or on your hips, whatever helps you to feel more stable. From here, we're going to bend into that knee. Now know that you can stop at any point when your balance is feeling challenged. But here, flexing the toes to the face, core is engaged. You notice how I'm slightly leaning back? That helps me to maintain my balance. Now, arms are going to come out and kick that lifted leg back, coming into our airplane pose. Pressing through the heel, squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the fingers together, nice and active. One strong line of energy from the heel through the crown of the head. Opening up for our half moon, you can plant the left hand down, reach the right hand high, press through that heel, lift your gaze to the ceiling, challenging your balance. And then release the top hand down. Press through that heel, and we're going to lift the left hand high, coming in for that twisted half moon. And slow and controlled, bring the knee back through center. And let's come all the way back up into our single leg Tadasana. You can bring your hands through heart center. Let's keep challenging that balance, taking the left hand to the outside edge of the right leg. Reach the right hand back. Come back through center. And let's release that foot down. Take a moment, shake it off. If you had some cramping or some sensation through that standing foot, you're not alone. And let's switch to the other side. If you're right hand dominant, chances are the right side might be easier. So this side might be easier. Flex your toes to your face. Hands can be active down by your side or on your hips. Choose that focal point. Come back to your breath. Feel the connection between your nose and your lungs. Breathe through this balancing series. Let's bend into that knee. Really press through that standing leg. Activate through that standing glute. You can stay right here or send that foot straight back out, airplane pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the fingers together. One strong line of energy from the heel through the crown of the head. Core is engaged. Coming in for our half moon, left hand down. Oh no, right hand down. Left hand high. Press through the heel, lift the gaze, lift with the core. See if you can get nice and light on your fingertips. And then let's bring the left hand down. Press through the heel, twisting open to the opposite side, challenging our balance. And then slow and control, bring that knee back through center. Lift up into that single leg. Bring your palms through heart center, get some stability. Take your right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Kick that foot forward, reach the left hand back. Gaze behind you. Release that foot and let it come down. Take a moment and shake that off. It's amazing how challenging balance is when we slow down. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Hands to shins, lengthen out, sink the hips back, lengthen the crown forward. And then plant the hands down. We're going to come into a crow pose. Heel toe your feet behind your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Press the tips of the fingers in. Feel that connection, and then let your palms sink in. Now start to shift forward as you bring your knees to the backs of your elbows. Bring your gaze forward. You can lift one foot. You can lift both, tucking your feet in toward your bottom. Gaze is forward, pressing through your palms. Squeezing the elbows toward one another. Holding this for as long as you want, as long as you can. Coming out nice and soft. Walking your hands over toward the right side. Planting the hip onto the elbow and the knee onto the elbow. As you come forward, let the temple come down and extend the left leg high. Fallen angel. Press through your palms. And let's come back through center, and we'll go again to the other side, bringing your hands shoulder width distance on the other side. Bringing your knee and your hip to each elbow. You can bring the temple down, reach the right leg high, fallen angel. Come back through center. Walk your hands back through center. And let's shift ourselves down onto our bottoms into a butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come together. Come out wide. Ground down into your sitting bones. Let's twist over to the right. And then twist over to the left. Come back through center, clasp your palms together. Let's roll out those wrists again. Press the palms forward, lift them up. Inhale here. Exhale, let's bend to the right. Inhale at center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale at center, bring the hands back through heart center, roll out the wrists again. And let's take our left foot underneath our right. Ground down into your sitting bones. Seeing if you can stack the knees on top of one another. Stay nice and tall. Let's take the right hand underneath the left, coming into our eagle arms, pulling the elbows away. Let's bring our upper body toward the right. Take 2 breaths. And over to the left. Take 2 breaths. Back through center. Pull the elbows away. Tuck the elbows toward the belly button, rounding through the spine. Inhale, lift the elbows toward the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the elbows in toward the belly button. Come back through neutral. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Lean back in this twist. See if you can feel a little bit more through the right hip. Come back through center. Let's switch the legs out. So bringing the right leg on the bottom, left leg on top. And see if you can stack the knees. Just take a moment here. Find your variation in your body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand sweeps underneath the right. Start by pulling the elbows away from the body. Let's bring our upper body over to the left. And then over to the right. Come back through center. Tuck your elbows in towards your belly button. Inhale, lift the elbows toward the ceiling. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lift, unravel the arms. Inhale up. Exhale, let's twist to the left. Lean back. See if you can really feel that through the left hip. Come through center, plant your hands down. Let's lift the legs up into our boat pose. Reach forward, pull the chest toward the knees toward the chest. Feel that activation for 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop the right toes down and lift, left toes down and lift, and right and left, and right and left. 3, 2, 1. Drop both feet down, plant your hands behind you. You can bring the feet together. Drop your knees to the right. Come through center, knees to the left. Come through center, knees to the right. Come through center, knees to the left. Come through center. Let's extend our legs out long. Reach forward, slow and controlled, lower down as you lift your legs straight up toward the ceiling. You can reach your hands for your feet, maybe touch your toes. Feel that through the core, flex through your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your back come down. Flip your palms, palm facing down into the floor. Draw the knees toward the chest. Drop both knees over to the right. Gaze to the left. Take a couple deep breaths here. Bring your knees through center. Drop your knees over to the left. Gaze to the right. Bring your knees back through center. Let's extend the legs straight up again. Cactus out your arms, letting your shoulders, your chest sink into the floor. Take a moment to point and flex your feet, roll out your ankles. And then slow and controlled as you press through the heels and zip the legs up, lower the heels down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hover, squeeze the legs together. Last bit of core work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the ankles come wide. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. And a deep breath in. And a full breath out. You can stay right here, or maybe draw the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to come out wide. Maybe it feels better to bring your hands down by your side. Find what feels right for you. And we will be here in this final Shavasana for 3 full minutes. See if you can come back to that balanced breath, inhales and exhales through your nose, really allowing yourself to sink into your mat. You may want to reflect on balance, balance in your body, balance in your life. Reflect on your definition of balance, what balance means to you. Drawing yourself back in, maybe repeating the affirmation, I am balanced. I am balanced. I invite balance into my life. I invite balance into my life. I trust in my own balance. I trust in my own balance. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And let's draw our knees back together. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Gently rock side to side. Bring your hands onto your knees. Bring the knees apart and together, apart and together. Change direction, together and apart, together and apart. Grab the backs of your legs. Rock yourself up into an easy seat, cross-legged. And as we come into this final pose, I invite you to take a moment to acknowledge, what did you learn about the balance in your body throughout these balancing practices? Was balance really hard for you? Was it easy? Was it harder on one side than the other? So I think that balance changes every day, all the time. And so we have to constantly be willing and ready to shift our balance, the balance, our work-life balance, our family relationship balance, our self-care and our giving balance, our taking and receiving balance, our inhales and our exhales balance. And it's said that the right side of the body is signified by the masculine side, by more logic, strategic. It's the doer side. And then the left side is said to be the more feminine, the more creative, the more intuitive side of things. So the nurturing side. So are we spending more time in one energy over the other? Do we need to bring more balance back into that? Do we need to bring more work-life balance in? Whenever I'm out of balance on my mat, I get curious and ask myself, where am I out of balance in my life? Where can I bring in more balance into my life? So that's how I use a balancing practice and the awareness of my balance to bring, to reflect more deeply into what my life experience is. So I encourage you to reflect on that as the day moves forward and as the month moves forward, as balance is our focus for the rest of the month. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing in this space. If you loved this practice, be sure to save it, be sure to share it, be sure to subscribe, be sure to like. I appreciate you so much. The love, the light, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the love, the light, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light be your guide. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.